One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at scedukationslottery.com/betteryou.
Wake your ass up, fool. Johnjay and Rich. What's crack-a-lackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? Johnjay and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be and in the place to be. And you're listening to Johnjay and Rich. Wake your ass up.
Johnjay and Rich. Text our show. Text JJR and whatever's on your mind to 96893. Kyle Unfug just inspired me right now. Just made me very happy right now.
I did?
You did. Because I actually was looking at your face. And I feel like your face is glowing right now. I think you look great. Yeah. And I say that because I had my face lasered yesterday, a procedure you did, what, about a week ago?
About a week and a half ago.
And I remember yesterday you were talking about how it felt like you were peeling still. But I don't know if you are today. Like today, to me, your face is glowing, which means that's where my face is going 7 days from now.
Yeah, because right now it looks like you just literally walked out of flames.
Yeah, you look like you are just scorched right now. And it's funny because, Kyle, you did not really look red at all.
Well, she gets to put makeup on.
It just shows how good at your makeup that you are. Like, what a talent do you have?
Was it that your face that red underneath the makeup when you had it done?
Oh, yeah.
No way. There's no way.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I remember when she came in here the next day,
Wow.
her face was a little swollen.
Mm-hmm.
I could see it in the cheeks, but she still had makeup on.
Yeah, and her chest was red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yesterday I went to the Comstock, which is this place run by our friend Jamie Comstock, and she said she was going to do this, what's it called, cool peel, right? Where she did it to me before, but yesterday she asked if she could go deeper. And I was like, sure, what the hell? Who cares? Well, hello. And she went deeper.
It hurt?
In fact, I should have caught on because they had me come in way earlier so they could put numbing cream on my face. And they had it on my face forever to where when they were doing the laser, I was like, I don't even feel anything. and then this morning when I woke up, and they had me put these different lotions on your face afterwards. And it was like, and then I went into the hot tub that I do every morning, which the hot tub, I did not put my face under, which I normally do. But the cold plunge, I jumped into cold plunge this morning, put my head underwater, and it was like, it felt so good.
Oh, I bet.
Fire.
And I felt like as the morning was going on, I was taking pictures as the morning was going on my face, and I feel like the swelling has gone down a lot, which it's still big.
You can definitely tell.
I showed Kyle the very first picture I took this morning, which is mortifying.
Well, because you wear a face mask at night for your sleep apnea, and so you can see like the indentation, and it was almost like your face didn't like that.
No, and there was blood.
Like
I was bleeding this morning.
I
was bleeding.
No pain, no gain, right, guys?
Well, that's what I'm saying. 7 days from now, if I look like you, if I got that glow, let's go.
Your face like turns into basically like sandpaper, and then it slowly sloughs off. So I think there's little pockets of places where it's still like sloughing off, but then underneath you see like this brand new skin. And I love that moment because I'm like, is this my skin?
7 days from now, I'll be more beautiful than I ever have been before.
We look forward to that.
And then things will be different around here.
Right now, it looks like you're going to, literally going to explode. Like he's reached to whatever that point is with nuclear reactors right before they go.
I'm debating of posting that very first picture I took this morning, either putting it on my feed so everyone can see it, or just on my story so it's gone in a day. I don't know.
Now, I feel like there's probably some aftercare that they told you about that you've been ignoring.
No, they did give me aftercare, but I have been following it.
Okay, good.
But it's only been a morning. One
Yeah,
morning,
it's
right.
kind of an intense procedure. And like you said, it's like when you're numbed, you don't realize it, because I didn't feel that one at all. And then at night when I was like trying to cleanse my face, I was like, it's like so tender. But then it's like, at the same time, I love that because I'm like, then you know it's working. Then you know.
But whatever Kyle's doing, she looks younger every year. Have you noticed?
Yeah,
like every
that's
year
what
she
I'm
looks.
saying.
You're Benjamin Button, but not Benjamin Button.
You're Benjamin Pratt. Peyton, what about you and your face?
Yeah.
Your face. What
My
are you doing
face.
to your 26-year-old face?
I am going to get a facial today, which I'm super excited about because it's been a while. But I'm also going to get some Botox, so I'm so excited to be pretty again. Can't wait.
Love the moment. Love the Botox moment.
Yes, I'm super excited. And actually, it's my boyfriend Kadim's birthday on Friday. So one of his birthday gifts I got him was also a facial. So we're going to be going to do little couple facials today. So I'm excited.
You know, my son Dutch, he's 18 years old, and over the weekend, him and about 5 buddies went up north. They went camping and they hung out. And they had a bunch of fun in the woods. And I guess on the way there, one of his friends, and he called me or texted. I can't remember if it was a call or text, but he's like, "You ever heard of beef tallow?" And I know we were talking about it last week. And I go, "Yeah, why?" And he's like, one of his friends busted out a little jar of beef tallow and was putting it on his face. And this kid, you know, he's 18. I guess his face is cleared up, and he's blaming it or giving credit to the beef tallow. So yesterday, there's a package at the front door from Amazon, and my wife's out of town. I was like, "What's this?" I opened it up. It's beef tallow, right? So I set it down on the counter, thinking it's for my wife, and Dutch comes home. "Oh, great, my beef towel's here."
Look at Dutch. He's trying to be up on his skincare.
Yeah, you're never too young. Just start washing your face right.
I was looking up like some beef tallow stuff, and like, not gonna lie, it's kind of pricey. It's like $40 for a little jar
to get the good stuff.
Yeah,
and it's like you obviously want to get the good stuff, right? Because if you're putting it on your face,
exactly. And I feel like $40 for beef tallow is pretty expensive.
Yeah,
I don't know how much he paid for this, but it says 100% grass-fed tallow, raw wild honey, herb-infused tallow balm, and it's a small little thing.
Yeah, it was probably right around. Yeah, probably right around that price range. It seems like that's what it's going for.
Can't you make some steaks and just take the tallow from the steaks?
I don't know.
Then you get at least a steak with the tallow.
I don't know how to make your own tallow.
The beef tallow experts need to call us.
That's a DIY. I haven't attempted yet.
Jeez, man. Did you say this morning, Rich, that there's some new AI thing? The United States is an AI hub?
Yeah, I don't understand all of it, but I guess all these big billionaires put money into some AI hub that's going to, they've already started construction, like 1 million square feet in Texas, so that all the AI that is eventually going to replace every human will be based right here. Okay. That's kind of fun, right?
I love AI. I do. I know there's all this negativity about it, but I'm so like, is ChatGPT AI?
Yeah. It is indeed.
Do you guys see my email exchange?
Of course.
Yes. I knew you were going to bring that up because it's so funny because so Johnjay, like there was this email sent out about some restructuring in the company and like this person's the boss of this person now and whatnot. And Johnjay sends this very clearly ChatGPT email back about how wonderful this restructuring is and supports it and blah, blah, blah.
When we all put our best foot forward, we all
died when our big boss
I know.
emailed last night. Couldn't have said it better myself, Johnjay.
Did you see my response to that?
No.
Oh, so then I took her response and I went into ChatGPT and I talked to ChatGPT like it's a person. I go, "Hey man, I need to respond to this. This is my boss. What should I say?" And then ChatGPT responds and I copied it and I sent it replied all to everybody.
I think you may have just sent it to them.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
Oh, no way. Did I not? Oh, I was so excited for that.
Though. I thought that was hilarious because as soon as you sent it, I was like, good ChatGPT response.
I know.
It was a good response.
It's so well worded.
Yeah.
So clearly it's ChatGPT.
Yeah, no way. Like, Johnjay would be like, all right, man.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Well, I would never, ever respond. It was an all-market email.
Right.
What a bummer that didn't come through.
Got to refire it.
No, forget it now. No, she doesn't listen. She doesn't listen to this show. Where was it? Gosh, I want to find it because I thought my response was so epic to her. Oh, where could it go?
Was it even more flowery than your first?
It was just responding about looking forward to what this great team brings forward.
Oh my gosh. Do you want to get caught using ChatGPT?
I'm just participating now. Whereas I never participated before in an all-market email where every single person in the company gets email.
You should feel good that all the AI is going to come from right here in the United States.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Thank you for that, billionaires. Kyle, what's coming up? 3 things you need to know.
There is another streaming service that's raising their prices. I'll tell you what it is so you know if it's going to affect you. Next with Johnjay and Rich.
Call the show and join the fun. 877-937-1047.
Kicking it with Johnjay and Rich.
Kyle Unplugged, 3 things we need to know.
They're calling it Winter Storm Enzo, and it has brought snow very snowy conditions to areas of the country that are just not used to this kind of weather. At least 4 people are believed to have died as this once-in-a-generation winter storm hit Houston, New Orleans, Alabama, Pensacola, Florida. Some of the cities could see 3 to 6 inches of snow over the next several days. And I've even noticed here, it's extra cold right now. So this storm is wreaking havoc all over the place. So stay warm out there. Netflix, you guys, is once again raising their prices.
Boo.
I feel like when I read this article, it's like for the first time in 3 years, I'm like, I feel like they raise their prices like every quarter. So it depending on your plan, they're hiking prices about $1 to $2.50 depending on the plan. And of course, the ad-free, the main one that you want, of course, it's going up by $2. So the cheapest plan will now be $8 a month. The most expensive plan is $25 a month. Also, they're raising the price if you want to add like an extra member on your existing account. They're raising the price for that too.
Just getting out of hand.
I know, too many. It's like, is it really cheaper to do streaming? Because
It's not.
No, it's really not. This is very interesting, and I don't know if there's many other companies doing this, but you will soon be able to Venmo your airfare. JetBlue announced they are now accepting Venmo payments for flights. Their payment options are available on their website. They're going to roll out their mobile app in the coming months. So if you're a JetBlue passenger, you can just go ahead and Venmo from your bank account or your Venmo balance and say, I'm going somewhere, wherever you're going. I thought that was kind of cool because I don't know any other company doing that right now with Venmo.
Me either.
Big deal for Venmo, too. And that's 3 things you need to know.
Couple text messages. If you text us, you text JJR and then tell us whatever you want to say to 96893. 520 number. Johnjay and Rich, how have you guys not talked about Dexter Original Sin on Paramount Plus? I haven't seen it yet. I saved them.
Either.
It's like the original. And you know they're making another Dexter? Like after, remember how at the end of Dexter it was implied that he died? Mm-hmm. It's called Dexter Resurrection.
That one I'm excited about because Michael C. Hall is actually Dexter in it. I feel like the original Sin one, I know Michael C. Hall is a part of it, like he's narrating it, but for some reason, because it's not him playing Dexter and it's like a younger version of him, I'm less interested in it.
I'm going to give it a shot. I just got to find the time.
So it's a prequel, so we get like Dexter's like villain origin story.
Yes.
Cool.
Johnjay and Rich, Maddie here. Johnjay, you were talking about Urban Plate today. It's that restaurant I went to. It was amazing. He goes, it reminded me of when you used to be obsessed with that smoothie place years ago. What was it called? I went to Arizona around that time and had to go there because you always talked about it. It was delicious, but I can't remember for the life of me the name of the place. You guys remember?
It was probably when you were obsessed with Jamba Juice. You even made a song.
Jamba Juice. I want Jamba Juice, Jamba Juice.
Did at some point they bring us juice every day?
Every day.
Yeah.
It brings juice every day.
And oatmeal.
Yeah, that was so good. It's so good. I love Jamba Juice. All right, it's time for Peyton's predictions. What's the vibe, Peyton?
Today is Celebration of Life Day, so I'm going to tell you what this means for you and your sign.
877-937-1047. This is the time now. If you ever wanted to have your sign read, now's the time. Tara, hi. You're Aqua.
Yes,
It says
hi.
Aqua. I'm assuming that's Aquarius.
Yes, I am an Aquarius. My birthday was yesterday.
Happy belated.
late birthday.
Thank
I hope you
you.
had the best day. But for my Aquarius, Celebration of Life Day for you is basically telling you that life is a meme and you are the admin. Celebrate today by doing something quirky. Maybe wear some like mismatched socks on purpose or adopt a houseplant that you'll probably forget to water and call it self-expression.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I do all that anyway.
I love that.
I'm a prank killer.
Oh, no.
Same.
Like, we have one of those in the room.
These are still alive, though,
I
Connor?
know.
I know. They are still up and running. You're doing a really good job, you plant mom.
I recommend a snake plant because apparently it can't kill him. Because I've kept him alive like
Oh, okay.
a couple months now. This is like a record for me.
Perfect. Well, I've killed one of those plants that you can't kill. I forgot what they're called.
Plastic ficus?
A succulent.
Oh, yeah, I've killed
those are-
succulents before,
How do you
too.
kill a succulent?
It's very easy, actually.
All right, Tara, have a great day. Thanks for listening.
All right, thanks.
Todd, what's your sign?
Hello?
Go ahead, Todd.
Scorpio. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
It's all good. Scorpio. Okay. Life is a mystery, and so are you. So celebrate today by staring mysteriously out a window like you're in some music video. And bonus points if you journal some spicy secrets after it.
Right on. Thank you. Have a great day.
You got it, Todd. How about for Libras?
Yeah, for Libras. And this is a day of just appreciating your life that you have, right? So Libra, today's giving big Pinterest board come to life energy. Curate your vibe, light a candle, and overanalyze a text from someone who left you on red. Self-love looks good on you.
Okay. Overanalyzing's okay.
Yeah.
I do that a lot.
Pisces.
Yeah, Rich is my Pisces. Rich, life is a dream and you are manifesting. So celebrate today by getting lost in your feels with your favorite playlist or doodling in your journal, and cry if you need to because it is a vibe.
Cry?
Yeah, sometimes you need a good cry session just to like let loose.
Okay.
As like a reset.
All right.
So you better cry today, Rich.
I'm sure I can find an album that'll set that off.
What about for Leos?
Yeah, so for Leos, the universe sees us. We are a star child, and so does our front-facing camera. It also sees us. So today, we need to celebrate life by hyping up ourselves, take selfies, post thirst traps, and remind everybody why we Leos are the blueprint.
Let's go.
I love that.
You know, your front-facing camera just reminded me of something that happened the other day. I was walking into the gym, and I was holding the door open for a woman that was walking in. She goes, "Hold on a minute. Can you hold that like that? Hold on. I'm going to do my Be Real." I was like, "You're what?" She goes, "Be Real." I go, "Is that still going on?"
I know people are
That's
still
a
doing
older
that.
trend.
Right? That's like not around. I mean, is it? I haven't. There was a time where everyone was obsessed with it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I
never
literally,
heard
I
anyone
go,
do
"That's
that."
still going on?" And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay." So that was.
I feel that way about Snapchat. Like, I didn't realize how big of an app Snapchat still is.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime I see, like, some of my high school girls using it, I'm like, that's weird. Why are you still using Snapchat? And apparently it's, like, one of the best forms of communication.
The guy I go hiking with, we met because he took a picture of me, and I go, "Oh, is that what's your Instagram?" So I can repost it. He goes, "Instagram? This is Snapchat." I was like, "Oh," because I don't have Instagram. I have Snapchat. All right. Oh, what do you got for Virgos? Oh, hold on. Here's the Virgo. I think this is Virgo. Macy, are you Virgo?
I am a Virgo.
Me too. Let's
Good
go.
morning.
Yeah, good morning. Okay, Virgos, for Celebration of Life Day today. Life is chaotic, but you guys are organized AF, okay? Celebrate today by making a to-do list of fun things like eating snacks or scroll aimlessly for 2 hours, because if it's on your to-do list, it counts as productive.
Love it. Love to make lists.
Yes.
And check them off.
Thanks, Macy.
Thank you.
I just saw this news story. This is right up Rich's alley. I don't know if you probably know more about it. It says, scientists track intense radio signals from space to their origin and are shocked by what they find.
What did they find?
So I read the article, and it's like a legit article. And it says that they've been tracking all these signals, and they found this one signal that goes to a galaxy that they say is dead.
And they say, from what I hear too, it's like it can't be a natural phenomenon because it's like measured radio signals. But that's how that movie Contact started.
Instead of a young galaxy, it was coming from one that's 11.3 billion years old and just 2 billion light years from Earth. That's one hell of a set of binoculars to find that kind of
pretty
stuff.
far.
Oh, wait. Shanae,
Yes.
the Gemini.
Hi, guys.
Hi. I got
Long
you.
time no hear.
I know, right? You need to call me more, Sinead. Let's go. We got to be
Yes,
better
ma'am.
this 2025.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But let me tell you about Gemini and Celebration of Life Day and what that means for you. So life is a TikTok trend for my Geminis, and you guys are riding the wave. So hit up your group chat and plan a spontaneous adventure. Just don't ghost the group halfway through like you did last time. So it's time to go out there, celebrate, and have some fun, Sinead.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Have a good day, you guys.
Bye, Shanae. Shoot us a text. Text JJR, whatever you want to say, to 96893. Now, we'll just read your text on the air, or we will call you back. And we got a text that we're being told we have to talk to this person, that it is hilarious. And we'll get to it after Kendrick Lamar.
Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Then step this way, step that way, then step this way, step that way.
Johnjay and Rich. Hi, Tate. Thanks for holding. You're on the air.
Oh my gosh, you're never going to believe what happened.
What?
Oh, you guys are going to die. So yesterday, I was just chilling with my 1-year-old, and like we do, and out of nowhere, I let out this massive, loud fart. Like, Honestly, I swear, it could have been like sound effects real for a movie. It was bad, like loud and like smelly. The whole package is so bad. Anyway, my poor baby was terrified. His like sweet little face is all scrunched up, and he burst into tears. And the worst part is he won't even come near me now without looking like he's like ready to run for his life.
Oh my gosh, you traumatized
I know.
You're the
I
toot
traumatized
monster.
him.
Okay, first of all, you're a new mom. I think you got to use the word toot or something like that. I think here in the
Yeah, that's true.
like you gotta, you know what I mean? I feel like that's
the problem. If you would have just said,
oh, mommy tooted. Mommy tooted or something instead of whatever God knows thing came out of this creature that like he's looking at you like you're this saint, you're his whole world, and all of a sudden you do something so terrifying. You gotta talk to him like a puppy. Oh, mommy!
How is this my life right now?
Just a little air,
Crazy.
Sonny. Just a little air.
That he remembers that at one. He's like, no, I'm getting a little careful when I go by this one.
Right.
I know what happens.
I'm the villain in his little world today.
You are.
I am.
poor thing.
I feel so
He'll
bad
get
for you,
over it.
too.
I promise.
I
You
hope
should get
so.
some Glade plugins around that area where it happens so it smells pleasant.
Happen in her butt. Put those in your butt. That's what they're for. The plugins.
That's not what that is
Oh
for.
my gosh. No.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing that story, Tate. That's a good one.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Have a great day.
Good morning. Wake up every morning. Start your day with Johnjay and Rich.
I wake up with my favorite artist.
And so that it's Billie Eilish.
It's Teddy Swims, and you're listening to Johnjay and Rich.
Time for stacks and hacks. I have stacks of information. Rich has life hacks. This stack of information starts off with an amazing story. A Starbucks barista in Alabama was bitten by someone's pet monkey. When it jumped from the owner's car into the drive-through window, the employee needed stitches, and the police say the owner could face charges.
That is terrifying.
I know.
The monkey looked cute until you realize what the monkey did.
Yeah.
It climbed up her arm, started biting her ear. The attack ended when another employee grabbed the monkey and threw it back out the window.
Oh my gosh.
The monkey went in the woman's vehicle and she drove away. The monkey's owner did come inside the store to check on the employee, but wouldn't leave her name or information. The employee was taken to hospital where she got multiple stitches and vaccinations. Her ear was in rough shape, but she'll be okay.
Poor thing.
The police identified the monkey's owner as Tammy Gardner. She refused to comment to the media, saying she didn't want to put her pet at risk. For what it's worth, she reportedly had 2 monkeys in her vehicle that day. The other employees say they've seen her with multiple monkeys before. They say she often has them on leashes, wearing costumes and diapers.
Chimp crazy in real life.
I know. Instacart released a big report that looked at which states used the most hot sauce and which is the number one hot sauce. They have like the number one hot sauce now in the country. What do you think of the top hot sauces?
Cholula.
Frank's.
Cholula is number 4. That's one of my favorites. Tapatio is in the top 10, but not
Louisiana.
number 1. Louisiana's number 3. Number 1 is Frank's. They're the top choice. Frank's Red Hot. I'm okay with it, but I don't.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
I think today is actually National Hot Sauce Day.
Oh, did I not say that part?
No.
Oh, I was deleting my story.
Oh.
That's the reason I brought it up.
There you go.
When you live with a partner, or anyone for that matter, there's one type of intimacy that doesn't get talked about a lot. You know, that's the pooping thing. 32% of Americans say they feel comfortable both pooping and passing gas in front of their significant other. Is that true? Anyone here?
Yeah.
He gets grossed out by it every time, but I don't care. It's
I prefer to not know.
We just do it. It's just natural.
Yeah, it just happens.
A study found that the most popular 4-digit PIN number in America include 1234, 1111, 7777, and 696969.
Okay.
Mine isn't in the top 10. I have what I thought was the easiest PIN number. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's not in the top 10. What do you think is the most trusted profession in America?
Doctor.
Nope.
The mailman.
Nope.
Nurse.
The bottom, nurse, number 1. The bottom 5 are TV reporters, advertising practitioners, car salespeople, lobbyists,
lawyers,
members of Congress. Number 1 is nurse. Kanye West is helping his 11-year-old daughter North record her album debut. He says, this little girl made me love music again. He's also working on his album, Bully. And they released the top shows. of 2024 and movies. I guess the number one movie of 2024, which I didn't think was out yet, was that Bob Dylan movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 99% of people gave it a thumbs up, said it was amazing. The number 2 movie was Deadpool and Wolverine. The most watched movie was Beetlejuice, followed by Deadpool and Wolverine and Bad Boys Ride or Die. On the TV side, Shogun was the most popular show with a 94% favorability rating. The Bear was second and Landman was third.
Shogun won so many awards.
I haven't watched it yet.
I started watching it because I do like that kind of stuff, but there's a lot of reading because there's a lot of subtitles. I don't want to read TV.
What do you got for life hacks?
It's cold outside. In fact, Peyton was yelling at the weather. Stop it, weather.
It was freezing out this morning.
There's a lot of people waking up and they have no idea what happened. Places like New Orleans right now, under 8 inches of snow. It never snows in New Orleans, and they had to get snowplows from Wisconsin to come help them out. So if you're dealing with cold and you're not used to dealing with cold, here's a couple of hacks for you. Like Peyton, one of the things you could do to keep warm at your house is if you have a ceiling fan, reverse the way that it goes until it starts getting a little bit warmer, because it'll keep the warm air down low instead of sucking it up high. And if you have to shovel snow and you've not been shoveling snow forever and ever, spray a little cooking spray onto the shovel, because the snow won't stick to the shovel when you go to ditch it off to the side, which is pretty cool too. And always keep WD-40 on hand in your car, because you may need to unfreeze locks, and that'll do it faster than anything else. We have a bunch of them that we have stuck on our website. If you want to learn a couple of cold weather hacks, they're all up at johnjayandrich.com.
In the eternal battle of morning show supremacy, we are one of them.
It's Johnjay and Rich. I got this message from my sister yesterday. I don't want to get into politics, but I have to just bring this up. So there's something going on with Trump and the whole birthright citizenship. You guys hear about that? Mm-hmm. Which I don't totally understand. But my sister messages me. She goes, "You're a birthright citizen." So what does that mean? So my mom's from Mexico. I'm a first-generation American citizen. My mom's from Mexico. My dad's from the Netherlands. And my sister tells me, now they both passed away, so I can't call them and ask them. But she said they both got their green cards because I was born here. Dang. And I was like, so what do they ship me where? Where do I go? If they're getting rid of birthright citizens, is that what they're doing?
I don't know how. I really don't know a whole lot about it, other than I think maybe like from now on, if you're born in America, depending on the immigration status of your parents, you may not automatically be a citizen.
Wouldn't that be
but
wild?
I don't know totally about
They
it.
tell me I got to go, and I'm like, well, wait. So where do I go? I'm half Mexican, half Dutch.
I guess they send you to Greenland because that's going to be part of the United States sooner or later.
Do they pay for it though? Like, I'll go to the Netherlands. When we go there,
you don't want to go to.
Or they can maybe go there 6 months out of the year and 6 months out of the year Mexico. Like I'm all stressed. They're on to me.
They're on to you.
I thought my parents came here legally. Maybe I was wrong. Anyway, so let me tell you about some TV. So my son Jake, because Rich, you're talking about the TV show Shogun, which is supposed to be a great show.
It's excellent. There's just a lot of reading because there's a lot of different languages.
And which is interesting because you're a reader, but you don't want to sit through it.
Well, because a lot of times when it comes to TV, I prefer to just listen to dialogue and not even watch it sometimes. Mm-hmm. So if I have to read it, then I got to really pay attention.
So one of the number one shows is Squid Games season 2, right? So my son Jake, he's in the anime and he watches freaking every anime. In fact, 2 out of my 3 boys are anime freaks. So Jake says to me, "You should watch Squid Games in its original, the way it's originally meant, and read the what do you call it? The subtitles." So I started doing that yesterday, and I'm on episode 4 of Squid Game season 2, and he's right. It's so much better.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, probably because the acting's better.
Maybe.
Because when you watch Squid Game, I mean, the acting is, they have to replace words with other words. So instead of, we'd be like, oh, that's kind of weird. They'd be like, well, that is very strange indeed. Yeah. And you hear stuff like that, but it just sounds a little off.
The acting is a little weird, but I mean, I'm watching it and it works. I was like, man, he's right. So I'm going to watch the rest of Squid Games like that.
You're going to read it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I watched this movie called Train to Busan a couple of years ago, and it was all in Japanese, and you had to read the subtitles, and it's probably one of the best movies I've ever seen. I cried like a baby at the end of it, and I literally had to read while watching the movie.
I used to be against all that, but now I'm not. Now I'm not. What are you watching right now, Peyton?
Season 3 of America's Next Top Model.
Wait. From 2003?
Yeah, you could tell how poor the quality of the video is. But that is just top tier television, the best kind of television. Like, thank you, Tyra Banks, for America's Next Top Model. Like,
it's a good show.
Quality TV. Like, it is so messy in all of the best ways. Like, I'm
they're
eating
so
it
brutal.
up. Oh my gosh! And some of the stuff they say on there, I'm like, you could not get away with that nowadays. Which is why I think watching it now, I'm like,
what do you mean, like body shaming or something?
Yeah, like now. So the season I'm on, they have like one plus size model, and it's like her story is really inspiring to watch. But some of the stuff they say, I'm like, oh my gosh. But there's this one girl on the show, her name's Kelly, and she kind of reminds me of me. Like, she's like from the suburbs, she's a black girl, but like kind of grew up around all like white people. So she's a little whitewashed, right? And so I'm like, I kind of relate and I connect to her. And I'm watching this show and I'm like, that girl is messy. Like, I love her. I just eat everything up that she does.
So did you Google anybody to see where they are now?
No, not yet. I'm waiting until the very end. But there's one girl on the show that I'm like, I think that you win it because I recognize who you are.
Oh, that's cool.
Because I know there's a couple of people from that show that have gone on to be pretty big famous people, but I don't remember who. I know Adrienne Curry, I think was her name.
Oh, that's right.
She was one of the first ones, and she went on to become a famous model, and then she married one of the Bradys from Brady Bunch. But I don't. And then they had their own reality show, married a Brady or something.
There's a couple that went on to Victoria's Secret too. I'm just not remembering their names, but you would know them if you saw them.
Where are you watching it?
I'm watching it on Hulu.
God, that's so funny. I would never, ever in a million years, A, go to Hulu, B, watch a show from 2003. All right. What about you, Kyle? Did you catch up on anything?
Yeah, I'm just started Selling the City.
It's good.
Netflix. I feel like I'm behind because it's not. I don't even think it's in the top 10 anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I love Selling Sunset, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I love Selling the OC. It's neither of those.
No, but it's good.
But I have nothing else to watch, and I always get sucked into the reality shows. So
The conflict will happen. It gets there.
I'm like, I've already seen some conflict. It's okay.
Did you start the other show that they were talking about yesterday?
No, I was going to start it, but then I woke up late this morning, so I didn't have a whole lot of time.
The show you're talking about?
Me?
Yeah.
Sex Life of College.
No.
I'm like, what are you talking about? America's Next Top Model. Yeah, Sex Life of College Girls.
It's awesome.
So good. It's so good.
I'm on episode 7 now. Just in 2 days, so I've been whipping through it.
Yeah.
Peyton, what were you saying, by the way, about your hair? Did you cut your own hair?
On accident. Yes.
Oh, on accident.
It was on accident. I gave myself a little trim because a couple of days ago I had box braids in my hair, which is basically like extension hair that you braid into my hair. And I had to take it out, but it's like I have to cut the braid in order to like take it out of my hair. And I accidentally cut off like an inch of my hair.
Oh, no.
Randomly with a bunch of different braids because I didn't realize how long my hair has gotten. And so I just was giving myself a little trim. And so every braid that would come out, like a little inch of hair would just come trickling out with it too. And I'd get so mad at myself.
Like, is it noticeable if you don't have your hair pulled back?
No, because I have curly hair. You can't notice anything.
Okay.
But if my hair was straight, it would be like a botched haircut for sure.
I was going to say, let's put you through an America's Top Model photo shoot, but not if your hair's all jacked
Oh
up.
my gosh, no. I don't think I could last in America's Next Top Model, like, photo roasting. I think I would cry.
They roast.
They're so mean.
There used to be a show. Do you guys remember the show Hot or Not?
No.
Okay, they would bring out like women in bikinis and men in shorts, and they would sit with red laser pointers and say, "Oh yeah, this is wrong here," and they would circle their fat.
That's terrible.
And they'd be like, and they'd go, and it was on TV, and they would say, and then they would have a big thing like, "Are you that hot or not?" No, you're not.
Oh no.
But the thing is, these people signed up to be on the show
Because they think they're hot, right?
That's like the trend on TikTok that was like, tell me what's wrong with me. And you'd post a picture of you and people would be like, yeah, girl, you have eyebrow blindness. Or you need to dissolve your lip filler. It's making you look old. And I'm like, and all these people are like, you guys are so mean. I'm like, but you literally asked for it.
That's terrible.
No way.
That's terrible.
No thanks.
Rich, what are the rules you have with your wife to watch TV?
Well, I don't have the rules. She has the rules.
She does.
I have
I have
rules.
TV rules.
Well, so this is what happened. So take the show Sex Life of College Girls. My wife was in the bedroom watching, I think, The Challenge or Deal or No Deal Island, because she loves all the reality shows. And I just don't really get down unless I catch something and I'm kind of in a mood. So I went in to start the Sex Life of College Girls because of Peyton. I get 5 minutes in and I'm like, this is a great show. Stacey needs to see this. So we start watching it and we're in the bedroom and she's like, here's the thing. I'm kind of tired. So here's the rules. I don't want you to watch any more of the show because I'm interested in it. But I don't want to start a new show that I'm going to be interested in because I'm going to be up too late. So she basically told me, here's what I want you to do. Find one of your nerd shows that you can watch that I am not interested in, because if I'm interested in it, you have to stop.
Because she wants to watch it with you.
Yes, but I can't go any further, but I also can't watch anymore without her. So I have to watch something that's uninteresting for her. So what? Sci-fi, I guess, is the only thing she doesn't care about. So I don't understand how that works, because don't you need to move forward with your shows to feel complete?
Mm-hmm.
Can't I just go rogue? I mean, I came in and told her about it. I didn't have to tell her about it at all. I could have just stayed out in the other room.
Because Kadeem watches Sex Life of College Girls without me, and I get mad every single time.
Yeah. But
so don't do it.
She'll advance the show without me. In fact, she'll watch whole series and she'll like say Johnjay like Bad Sisters. I didn't see 1 second of Bad Sisters, and she watched the whole season, and she's talking about the whole thing. So she can watch ahead of me, but I cannot watch ahead of her.
Yeah,
my thing is with my wife,
fair.
very similar rules, but I try to never get her involved in one of my shows in case she presents that. So a lot of times when I have to overrule and continue watching.
How do you do that? How do you
It's
overrule?
work. This is for work. I got to talk about this show on the air
this
tomorrow.
This is pop culture. I need to be ready.
I got to talk about the show, so I gotta watch it. Like sometimes she sits down and I can see her face. I'll look at her and I can see my wife's profile as she's watching TV, and I can see her head turn, and I know like she learned sideways. And I'm like, oh God, she's getting into this, and I have to pause it, and I'll be like, hey, let's go do something, because I don't want her to get involved in the show, because then I can't. The last time this happened was this movie I started watching, the J.D. Vance movie.
Yeah.
Hillbilly something.
Hillbilly
I started
Elegy?
watching it, and then we paused it to go. She goes, don't watch it anymore so I can watch it with you. We haven't watched it. And that was 6, 7, 8 months ago because of that.
Have you had this where I'll be watching something and my wife Stacey will come in and she'll be like, what do you want to do tonight? And I'll look at her and I'm like, well, it's kind of late. I'm kind of doing what I'd like to do. But I think that's her way of saying, stop that, because I want to see it. I think that's what she's saying. I'm not really even sure. What is that?
I don't know.
What do you want to do tonight? I want to watch this show. No, not without me, you're not.
By a half hour from now, we're going to get into the silly way you hurt yourself. First, though, what happens when you carpool to work every day? Every day you're carpool. Every day you become friends, right? You become friends if you're carpooling every day. But what happens when you're not friends anymore? We'll get into it after Lil Wayne.
I said he's so sweet.
Johnjay and Rich. Charlie, thanks for holding. You're on the air. What's up?
So I recently got kicked out of my work carpool, and just wanted to get everyone's opinion on whether or not I'm in the wrong, you know?
Okay, well, before you get into that story, I'm assuming that in the carpool you're listening to our show with everybody, laughing, joking, dancing to the music.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Every morning.
Good. Okay, then go ahead.
So I drink like a Starbucks every morning while we're driving, and apparently I've left the empty cup in the back seat a few times without taking it with me, you know, at the end of the day drop off. And the other day, like, I guess I didn't even finish my coffee. I don't know, like my stomach was not feeling great. I guess I left it in the cup holder in my coworker's new car, which she's like really obsessed with. And on the way home, she like swerved while I was driving, and it kind of went all over the place. And I was like covered in coffee, but she's freaking out, yelling at me, and pulled over and was like, you know, screaming at me to get out of the car. And I was like, you know, look, I'll send you a dry cleaning bill. I was joking around and just started, she was yelling at me, calling me a slob, told me I had to like pay for her car to be detailed. I don't know. I was like, I don't have to clean your car because like you can't drive, but I don't know. I don't really care about being kicked out of the carpool, but am I in the wrong here?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Don't you think at least you pay for you're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's your drink.
Let me get your car detailed, man. I'm so sorry.
And you have a reputation for being a little bit of a slob in the carpool anyway.
I mean, but like she swerved and I spilled my coffee on myself. Like I should pay for her car to get detailed, right?
Yeah, you should.
New car.
I'm like, you're also talking to people with like fancy cars over here that would definitely want their car detailed if
I
it
don't
had
have a
coffee
fancy
spill.
car, but if I like,
you have a fancy car. Your car
not really
drives
that
itself.
fancy.
Your car
No, it
drives
doesn't. I don't pay for that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't pay the extra $20,000.
But I mean,
Fancy
if
car.
somebody
I
spilled
don't
something.
think it matters. I think it doesn't matter if it's a fancy car or just a regular car. For her, it's a brand new car.
True.
So it's kind of like just a matter of respect. And when you break it down to that, it's like you're kind of completely disrespecting the situation. So I think you'd probably be
she
good.
swerved to save your life.
It doesn't sound like this was the first time anyone got upset with your antics in the car.
Plus, whether it's a new car or not, it's her car. If you spilled something in it, you should get it cleaned. That's just common courtesy. That's just being nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you borrow someone's jacket and spill something on it, you got to
wash it.
Clean it.
Yeah, I don't think it's like, I'm going to send you the dry cleaning bill was probably not the response for that.
Oh, no. I think she's the one who spilled it with her swerving driving.
Okay.
Just like now, you putting us on speakerphone. Like, that's rude.
I would kick you out of the carpool for that.
Yeah.
And don't you dare talk during our favorite song when we're trying to sing along. You're still
like, why did I call you guys?
Yeah. Why are you putting us on speakerphone? Why?
I have no idea. I'm just trying to get this coffee in my thermos right now.
Charlie has other things to worry about.
Charlie loves his coffee. If we've learned one thing, it's
it's true.
Charlie and his coffee, man. Right. Undeniable.
Offer to pay the car detail, though, dude, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. All right, Charlie, you got me? All right. I'm glad you called. Have a great day, dude. You know, I keep saying, text us. Text JJR and whatever's on your mind to 96893. Now, we got a text that I could read, but I hope she can deliver it better than the way I read it. Elena, good morning.
Hi.
Hi. What was your text?
Oh, gosh. Which one? Because I've texted a few times.
Oh, you have? Oh, let me see. I can click.
Yeah.
You know, I can click on your number and see every text you've ever sent us.
Okay.
Oh, why don't you just go over all the texts you sent? You only sent 2 of them. Oh, no, I read your text last week.
You did?
Yeah, it was the one where it says, you said when Peyton said, this is what it sounds like, and then Rich said softly, when doves cry, and you said you felt so seen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right on, Elena.
Well, your newest text, the other text, I haven't read that on the air yet.
Okay. Go ahead, because I was having a rough day that day.
Oh, yeah.
Can you start it off?
You said
my dog passed away.
Oh,
sorry.
Well, one of the things I like about your text is if the way I read it, it's so random, and then it ends with that about her dog. But it's like,
yes, sorry.
Johnjay says the most random things.
He does. You do.
Johnjay says the most random off-color things, like during War of the Roses, Johnjay said his sister had also been in rehab. She goes, I laughed so hard out loud. Kyle and Peyton were so annoyed by him. Were you guys?
No. I don't really get annoyed by you. I'm just like,
I'm
why?
always annoyed by you.
Because it was such a serious moment. And this poor girl is crying her heart out about this guy. Yeah. Anyway, and John's like, my sister, Johnjay. Jan.
Jan's sister was in rehab.
My sister went to rehab.
I don't do well with serious things, so I didn't know. I didn't know how to go.
I love it.
And then you go, when we were playing Smartest in the Room, Rich asked Johnjay, flamboyance is a group of what kind of birds? You remember that one?
I do.
The gay. I could not.
Flamboyance is what you call a group of what kind of bird?
Gays. She says, I rewound it 5 times.
No lie.
And then she goes, thank you so much for all the laughs. I really needed it. My dog was attacked on Wednesday and died shortly after.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Attacked by what?
Thank you. Another dog had broken away from his owner. So it was really bad, just circumstances. Everyone is hurt by it. You know what I mean? Everyone is upset. So
I'm so sorry.
Jeez.
Thank you. Thank you. I love you guys, though. You guys, seriously. I know you just think you're on the radio and it's no big deal or whatever, but it does mean a lot to those of us who listen.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you so much for texting.
Thanks. Love you guys.
It's Johnjay and Rich. A video of a woman in Indonesia is trending after she managed to get her nose ring caught in the back of an office chair. We talked about this the other day. So the timing for this couldn't be better. We want to get into the silly ways you've ever injured yourself. And Peyton, you could totally relate to the nose ring thing, right?
Totally. That sounds so painful.
877-937-1047. Megan, what is a silly way that you injured yourself?
Hey, guys. So, you know those big stainless steel water bottles that they're like, they keep the water cold inside for hours. So I had a big 32-ounce water bottle, and I have dropped it before and like dented it, and it chipped my tile. But one day I was carrying it, and it was full of water and ice, and I dropped it on my big toe, and oh my gosh, the pain was real. I broke my toe from this dang water bottle. Those things are a weapon, and I'm an ER nurse, and I've never understood people that come in for stupid things. But man, I was so close to going in because it was so painful. My toenail fell off, and it was black for like 4 months.
Oh my goodness!
Right. Yeah.
Those water bottles can
right
literally
before my vacation. Yeah,
they can withstand fires. So it's like I can
It was
imagine
like
what
a
it would do
weapon.
to your toe.
Yeah.
Plus, anything
Oh
heavy
my
on your
God,
toe.
it hurts so
You drop your
bad.
cell phone on your toe, it hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so-
Yes. You have a lot of nerves there.
Did your toenail grow back, I hope?
It grew back like underneath. It was really weird. Like
Oh.
I had 2 toenails. Yes.
Ooh.
And then my toenail lady like cut it off, and I was like, "What the heck?" It was so weird.
It's like the
I
making
didn't
of a
even know to do
supervillain.
that. Yeah. Right.
Well, thanks for sharing that story, Megan.
Thanks, guys.
Have a
Love
good
you.
day. Love you too. Lori, tell us a silly way you hurt yourself.
My son, one time he had a giant tree branch and he was waving it around, and I went out and I grabbed it to take it away from him so he didn't hurt himself. Well, instead, I poked myself in the eye with the tree branch, which is what I was trying to avoid him doing.
Ow. See, that's what could happen.
It's
That's
always
why
funny.
I'm taking this stick away from you.
Until somebody has a tree hanging out of
Yes,
their eye.
absolutely, absolutely.
I was reading some of these comments, Lori. This person said someone was riding their bike, got distracted when they saw a cute puppy and crashed into a mailbox. Someone tried to walk down a set of stairs with roller skates on and needed 10 stitches in their knee.
Oh, my.
These are silly, silly ways. This person said, I stood on a beach ball and fell into a coffee table. A woman was washing her face in the shower, shoved her pinky up her nose and got a nosebleed.
Ouch.
Why would you do
But probably by mistake.
By mistake.
Right? Yeah.
okay.
I've actually done that while drinking. You know those little tiny straws they put in the tiny cups?
Yeah, like in your coffees or whatever.
I was trying to make eye contact while Stacey was telling me a story, and I took a drink, and it went right up.
Ouch.
Oh, no.
All right, Lori, thank you so much for calling in and listening to the show.
Thank you.
Have a great
Bye.
day.
I broke 3 of my toes at one time. I was standing on like an elliptical, and I had no shoes on, and I was only standing on one side of the elliptical, and so one of my foot was up and it got stuck in the back of the wheel of the elliptical. I broke all 3 of them. So my pinky toe up until my middle toe.
You had to be screaming that.
How do you fix that? With a cast?
No, I had to wear a boot, and my dad was pissed because I couldn't play basketball. He was so mad at me. He was so mad.
So you wore a boot and it straightened out your toes?
No, it takes the pressure off of it. Like, yeah, because it didn't need a cast. I mean, it's a broken toe. It's whatever.
You
but
can't really do like.
you can't do anything on it. So I just wore a boot for like 3 weeks.
3 toes.
What's the silliest way you ever injured yourself? 877-937-1047. More of your calls next with Johnjay and Rich.
Never need a chick, I'm what a chick need.
Johnjay and Rich, we're getting into the silliest way you ever injured yourself. 877-937-1047. Hi, Avery.
Hi. Okay, so for some context, it was my best friend's 21st birthday, and so I had driven up to Flagstaff on a Monday night, and then I was going to surprise her. But my other friend had come into the room, and I was so excited to be there that I went to give her a hug. And as I swung my arm around her neck, I chipped my tooth on my phone. And so my front tooth got split in half. And so I couldn't do anything about it. So I had to go out to all the bars the rest of the night with half of my tooth missing.
Could you feel it?
All the pictures. Yeah, it hurt. It felt like it was super sensitive, and I kept having to, like, stick the straw through the hole in my tooth. Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad.
But, like, what a trooper are you to still want to go out for your friend's 21st birthday when you're in pain and you look crazy. You're a good friend.
Oh, my gosh. I just couldn't stop laughing about it. Like, it was just the weirdest situation. We couldn't find the tooth. So there's half of a tooth on the floor somewhere in my best friend's apartment still.
So were you like
Can't find
at
it.
the bar? Were you like, can I get a sex on the beach? All right, thanks, Avery.
So, yeah.
Thank you. Chelsea, silly way you hurt yourself. Chelsea.
Oh, hi. Yes, sorry. So I used to work at a doctor's office, and I used to open up the doctor's office every morning. And so this one time I was opening up the blinds, getting, the sunshine in, and I just tripped. I literally just took a step, tripped, and fell. And I was like, oh, my gosh, I was screaming. I was the only one in the doctor's office. And then all of a sudden the doctor came in from, coming in, and he was like, what's going on? And I was like, I think I broke my ankle because I'm very prone to twisting and breaking my ankle. And so sure enough, he rolled me over to the hospital right across, and it was broken. And I ended up going back to work that same day because I was young and dumb and thought, oh, my God, if I have to go home, they're going to fire me. And so I worked with a broken ankle.
Oh, my God, you poor thing.
The fact that, your bosses let you stay there, I would hope they'd be like, go rest up.
Just from opening blinds.
Yeah, it's so crazy. They still made me work because I was the only MA for a specific doctor, medical assistant for a specific doctor. So I was just hobbling around, crying in pain. And then finally, towards the end of the day, I ended up going home and stayed home for the rest of the week.
Well, we're glad you're okay. Thanks for sharing that story with us, Chelsea.
Before I let you go, my kids want to say hi. Can they say hi?
Yeah, hi.
Say hi. Hi. Hi, Johnjay. I've been listening to you guys since I was 1, and so now I'm 9.
Gosh, that's a long time.
Smart. Brilliant.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We
Thanks,
love
Chelsea.
you guys.
Thanks for listening.
Okay, bye.
Kathy, silly way you hurt yourself. Kathy?
Yes, hi. When you're young and you're kind of short and you can see everybody doing all these tall kid things. So I tried to jump up and hit the top of the door jamb like my brother always did. I had socks on. I jumped as hard as I could. My feet slipped out from under me, and I smashed right into the side of the door and got a concussion.
Oh, that visual, though. Ouch.
God, that's great.
Very relatable. We've all tried to do it.
Cassandra, silly way you hurt yourself. Whoa. Hello. Check 1, 2. Cassandra.
Hi. Yeah. A few weeks ago, my husband and I went out to the desert and went shooting. Everything went great, except just you cannot count on me in the zombie apocalypse. I have no aim. As we were cleaning up and taking the stands down, I slipped in the sand and caught my finger, and I broke the tip of my middle finger.
Oh. I thought you were getting into a shooting accident.
I know.
Thought maybe the hubby didn't come home
Don't
from the
count on
desert.
me on the zombie apocalypse, but my husband, may he rest in peace, is buried out in the desert.
That would have been bad.
Thanks, Cassandra. Peg, silly way you hurt yourself.
Hi there. So this actually just happened on Friday. My husband works from home, and his feet are always cold, so I bought him those new sweatpants that have feet in them, like you had when you were a toddler. And he's a big guy. He's 6'2", 350 pounds-ish. And he decided to do his best impression of Chris Farley in Beverly Hills Ninja, which, is exactly what you would expect it to be. And he hyperextended his toes so much that he couldn't walk, and so he missed my son's entire baseball tournament this weekend.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
is still not walking.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Ouch. He did some damage.
He really got into that part, acting out that part.
He really did get into it.
Wow.
So thank God he works from home.
Yeah. I visual a Teletubby, the way she described it.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
All right.
Exactly. With
All
Black
right.
Panther.
Thank you. Unbelievable. Here, listen to this. There's a couple on this list. A guy waxed his floor, tried to do the Tom Cruise slide from Risky Business, and didn't stop and busted his hip on his door frame.
Oh, he went far.
A woman was singing Part of Your World from Little Mermaid. Do you know that song?
Yeah.
At a karaoke bar. She got way into it and tore her ACL.
Oh.
Dang.
He was really into it.
Shauna, silly way you hurt yourself.
Hello?
Hi, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hi. So I had just gotten out of the shower, and I was cleaning out my nostrils with a Q-tip, and I had just taken off acrylic fingernails, so my fingernails were super thin and sharp, and my pinky was out, and I scratched the skin off of my eyeball.
Oh,
ouch!
So she's going like this?
You can literally see the skin hanging off my eyeball.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh.
First of all, I didn't know eyeballs had skin, so this is new.
Well, whatever the surface is of your eyeball, that's what was hanging off of it.
Now, why not just blow your nose? Why are you using a Q-tip?
Well, I did that in the shower, but of course I had to, clean out any residue that was in there.
Then you use a tissue, I would think. A Q-tip. I would never put a Q-tip.
Oh my gosh,
don't get me wrong.
Q-tips are great for cleaning out your nose.
Don't get me wrong. I'm going to try that.
You are missing out
I've
if you
always
haven't.
just blown my nose.
No, it's great.
Wow.
Are your eyes better now? Did it grow back?
Well, yeah, it's fine now. I do have some scar tissue on it, but I can see fine. But yeah, it was horrible. It was so painful.
Glad you're still with us.
Thank you for sharing that story with us, Shauna.
Well, you're Charlotte, but you're welcome.
Shauna? What is it?
Charla.
Oh, Charla. Okay, sorry. Charla.
Yeah.
Well, drive safe. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Yesterday, my son Dutch and I went to go get sushi, and next to the sushi place is a wax place. I can't remember the name of it. And it was late, and I go, it was like 6:15 or 6, and I go inside, order sushi. I'll be right back. He goes, all right, what are you going to do? I go, I will be right back. And I walk in, I go, hey, can I get a nose wax and an ear wax in about 45 minutes? And the lady goes, our last appointment's at 7:45, but we can get you in right now. And I go, okay, I'm going to go tell my son to go make sure he orders the sushi, and I'll be right back. And I run back, and I go, Dutch, I'm going to go get my nose waxed. I'll be right back. Just order the sushi. Order it. I'll be right back. And he's like, what? And I run, right? And then they wax my nose and my ears really, really quick. And I walk back, and all the sushi's already out.
Well,
I was like, what a way to go.
Glorious.
Yeah. I was like, way to go, man. That just changes everything.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, it was great.
Microphone check.
Tap in and say what's up. Check. Open the free iHeartRadio app and tap the talkback mic to send Johnjay and Rich a message now.
Kyle, what do you know? What's the latest on the Blake Lively, Jason Baldoni story?
Justin Baldoni.
No, he wants to know about Jason.
I don't know much about Jason Baldoni, but I know Justin Baldoni's people released 10 minutes of raw, unedited footage from when they were shooting a romantic scene on It Ends With Us. And Justin's people say this proves without a doubt that there wasn't sexual harassment in this scene that she claims was. In the scene, they're slow dancing. It even, like, the beginning of the footage actually shows what the script calls for. These two in their own little world while the rest of the bar is dancing and celebrating a game, winning something or other. And they're just supposed to be falling in love, right? And so in the footage, I watched all 10 minutes of it. It's kind of fascinating because it's like they're supposed to be having this romantic time, and they're kind of looking at each other, and then Blake starts saying, I feel like we should be talking like about, something, right? And so they start like talking about how it is when they talk to their significant others. And Justin Baldoni brings up how, you and Ryan probably talk like this all the time. And she's like, oh yeah, we don't shut up. We just sit there and chat with each other. And he's like, yeah, me and Emily do the same thing. Or sometimes we just sit and stare at each other, and it almost gets kind of awkward, right? And then they go on, and they're literally just conversing while they're looking lovingly into each other's eyes, because the viewer will never see what they're actually saying in the scene because the scene is slow motion.
And there's music
right?
playing,
And there's music playing and whatnot. And so you get a little piece of that of what's happening in this little clip.
I feel so nosy.
I know.
And
my nose is so big.
Yes. I was hoping that we could address this. It's not too late. Just gotta shut down. We gotta call an insurance month and just deal with that.
Yeah.
And then,
God.
Just kidding.
No, it's true. That's why we hired Jenny's late, too. Our noses match. I'm getting beard on you today.
I'm probably getting spray tan on you.
It smells good.
Well, it's not that. It's my body makeup.
So that last little part is the only part where I can see where Blake Lively's people are now saying, we're really glad that they released this because this proves Blake's point that she was very clearly, visibly uncomfortable by him rubbing his face all over her and saying she smells good. And I'm like, I personally, when I watched it, I didn't see it, but I did watch it a few times. And while I was watching it, I tried to see it from Justin's point of view. And then I would watch it again and try to see it from Blake's point of view, like watch her, the things that she doesn't say out loud, the body language, right? She does pull away. She does say, like, when he's sort of getting romantic, like, let's just talk. I feel like it's more romantic if we talk.
But they're playing lovers.
Yes.
That's the part that's confusing. Melissa, go ahead. You're on the air. Hi.
Just watching this last night when I was doom scrolling, and I just remember, like, is this what they talk about when they're shooting movies? And I'm like, they just seem so boring. Like, it's just like
They're average. They're just normal, boring humans that talk about dumb things even when they're making a movie or shooting a love scene. I don't know.
It really is hard. Like when they release it, you're like, okay, let's see the juice. And then when you're watching it, okay, it's a movie. You can't really take anything from it. But then I sort of see both of their points of view, and it sounds like the overall thing is they do not like each other, and both had different visions of the movie.
Yeah.
And it's just
I
oil
don't
and
really
water.
see her point of view, in my opinion.
I when I watched that clip, I was like, okay, first of all, they are great actors because they look so in love with each other while they're talking about this. But have you guys seen the fan theory?
That
on
she's
that
in love with
clip?
him.
That she's in love with him. That basically Blake Lively fell head over heels for Justin Baldoni and now is feeling guilty and is now going absolutely crazy. And when you watch that video, it does look like Blake Lively is head over heels in love with him.
But at the moment, they're supposed to be acting like they're in love.
Right.
So
you
it's
can't
like,
tell.
that's where I don't understand why they would release this anyways, because in the moment, the goal was for them to be falling in love.
Well, I think if you're Justin Baloney's people, you're like, look, he's a professional. He's the guy directors. He's like, cut.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, ready to start the scene again? Okay, go. And he's like, man, you smell good.
But it is weird to rub your face on her. Like, that's weird.
But they're shooting a scene where I haven't seen the movie yet.
Yeah, well, like, they're, like, falling in love. Like, I would not think that
Well,
the guy,
in the 10, I don't know if you watched the full 10 minutes, but in the 10 minutes, it's like, they're literally saying, like, this is going to be great because at one point you give the people what they want, but don't give them all the way what they want. Like, basically insinuating that the fans at that moment want them to kiss, but they should get close to kissing without actually doing it.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't
So
watch
to
all
me,
of it.
like Blake Lively's people said, she never consented for him to touch her in that way, but she was part of the conversation where it was like you almost give them what they want, but not really. So kind of to me felt like they were working together as directors in that scene.
Emily, what do you think?
Hey, I kind of have two little points. So the little one, Jenny Slate comment, like she was kind of the only person who was publicly Team Blake. And then when I saw him make that little comment about her nose, I'm like, oh, maybe she's just big butthurt about the nose comment. So that's why she's Team Blake. And then also, Blake Lively has said in interviews before that she's not like a traditional throw herself into a role actor. And Justin Baldoni is a method actor. So like, that's what he does, and Blake Lively can't really separate probably like the role from her real life. You know what I mean? I don't know, and like I don't think she can differentiate that. So like, why would she even do such an intimate role if you're going to come out and feel like you're so uncomfortable when your counterpart, like co-star, is just doing his job? That's just so.
And
weird.
he's directing.
Yeah, you're right. Good point, Emily.
And then kind of getting thrown out of the director's seat by Blake and a lot of other clips you've seen too, you know?
I think all of us need to watch the movie. We need to watch the movie and then report back. It's Johnjay and Rich. I always say, text us. Text JJR and whatever's on your mind to 96893. And we got a text from Madison. And I just called her. I woke her up. And I was like, Madison, I'm calling you about your text. And she goes, what did I text you about? But do you remember now, Madison?
Yes, very much.
What did you text us about?
David Lambert from the show The Fosters out on ABC Family a couple years ago followed me, and my Instagram profile is private. And so he followed me, he watched my stories, and then I went to go look on him, and I noticed that he immediately unfollowed me. And I was like, no, my heart. I didn't even get to DM him.
And your text was, have you ever had a celebrity crush follow you on Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Yeah.
But today, David Lambert from the Fosters TV show requested to follow me, and you said, I about died.
Yeah, because I love him, and I needed to start a DM with him and, then have, a relationship.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
that's what's next.
Hilarious.
But he unfollowed you.
That was next. And then he didn't like what he saw. He saw kids and not me being pretty and
what? Wait, so what's the theory on how he ended up? Because it takes a lot of work to follow someone who's private, and go out and seek you and be like, oh, I want to see. So you think he was just scrolling and thought maybe your little circle icon picture was great, and then didn't like what he saw in your profile?
Yeah, because it's happened before. I've had multiple C-list celebrities do that to me.
Okay, who else? Give us another C-lister.
Okay, somebody from My Big Fat Fabulous Life. Can't remember who else it was.
But are you is your profile picture you in a bikini or something? Is there, what are we missing?
No, it's always just my face.
So why are you private?
because sometimes I post political stuff, and I don't want my job to see like me hating on stuff.
Well, I can tell you this. I bring this up because it just was brought up to my attention yesterday. My son Dutch is it Bryce Hall? Is that his name, Bryce Hall? You know what I'm talking about? He's an Instagram guy. He's a huge YouTuber. He followed me on Instagram for a long time. And then now he doesn't follow me anymore. I don't know when he unfollowed me. But he was at the inauguration, and he's like some huge TikTok YouTuber guy. But I think it's
Oh, yeah, I remember now. There's some people from The Voice who followed me, like some hot guy from The Voice.
Oh, there you go.
Stuff like that.
That's
Yeah.
C-list. You've got a very consistent level of celebrity that follows you.
I know, very C.
But I gotta say, to unfollow somebody, for me, it's a pretty big to do.
It's a task.
Yeah, I mean,
sure.
I would rather just see what they're. I wouldn't care about it enough to unfollow.
Dang it.
So I wonder what you did that was so offensive. Do you just have
Immediately,
kids?
though.
That's it. Just the fact
Yeah,
that you
I
have
think it's
kids.
because like I'm a mom, and I feel like every time people see that like I have selfies with a little boy, they're like, "Yeah, I'm good."
They don't want baggage.
Yeah. Back in my Tumblr days, I had a Jaden Smith fan page. Follow me, and I fully thought that it was Jaden Smith. And I would post about it on Facebook. I'd be like, "Oh my God, Jaden Smith followed me on Tumblr." He definitely did not.
My God.
Well, Madison, thank you for texting and sharing that with us.
Thanks, guys. Love you guys.
Love you too. Bye-bye. Luda, good morning. What's up, man?
Hey, Johnjay, how are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. So I have a funny story. Someone I came across at Colorado Springs Airport as a TSA agent.
You are a TSA agent?
I was for 2 years, 18 to 20.
Okay.
And Colorado Springs. So yeah, I was doing a bag check on this very handsome man. Ended up being you. So you came through the scanner. You alarmed in the groin area, and you got like kind of Justin Timberlake stuff going on down there. So needless to say, there was nothing going on. But
the alarm, it was just alarmed. Sorry, go ahead.
Alarmed in the and so it turned out you needed a bag check. So I called you over. Hey, Johnjay, what's up? Come over, bag check, right? So it was a big bottle of lube or lotion, something like that, right? So what's your favorite kind of gum?
5 gum.
5 gum, yep. So I'm doing your bag check, and you're like, "Oh, it's so expensive. Please don't throw it away." It was like 20 ounces or something crazy like that. And what did I find? I found 5 gum, and I got so distracted about vibing off 5 gum because that's my favorite gum too, right?
Yeah.
So I ended up letting you go
with the lotion.
It was something expensive. He kept saying it was expensive. Please don't toss it. So I kind of got distracted. He was very convincing.
I'm trying to see if your story's true or not because I don't have lotion. Like I don't ever travel with lotion. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, it was it was probably I don't know. Let's say it was some kind of cream or something that was too big.
Are you sure it was me, dude? Are you sure it was me?
Oh, it was you. You called Rich over and you're like, "Hey, this is Luda."
Oh.
So
remember that, Rich?
It's a Ludiac.
I kind of do, and I feel like I know what it was.
What was it?
I feel like it was some shampoo that makes your hair grow or something like that, and it wasn't too big of a thing.
Oh, it might have been special shampoo.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
I get that.
Happening.
I can see that, but like lube or like lotion. No. Lube. I was going to a Diddy party. No. Hey, so you being a TSA agent, have you seen lots of stuff? Did you catch lots of things that were crazy?
In the 2 years, I mean, a lot of sex toys. It was about $100,000 in cash that was wrapped up in like the white tees that you get that are rolled up like undershirts.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, some stuff I can't say on the air, but yeah, it was a good time.
So someone with $100,000, they're getting through and they get buzzed, and you're like, "Oh, but you got 5 gum. Go ahead."
Hey, it was Johnjay. I mean, come on. But what's funny is I let you go, right? Yeah. And I ended up getting fired for that.
No way.
Oh, come on.
I'm kidding.
Okay, good. Good.
Bad.
All right, Luda. Thanks.
Have a good one.
Later, dude. Thank you.
All right, Christmas wish.
Christmas wish. We're going to play a game. We need a contestant, 877 937-1047. 877-937-1047. The prize today, Justin Timberlake tickets. Now, while we wait for a contestant, did you guys see what was going on in Australia?
No.
Mysterious balls have washed up on shore and forced several beaches to close in Sydney last week. These balls were found to contain saturated fatty acids, E. coli, and fecal bacteria.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were like bigger than meatballs, and they were just in the sand rolled. It was gross. So the news, all these news stations doing a story about this one news report. They can't stop using the word balls. They say balls so much. It's so damn funny. I had to highlight it for you.
Bianca, these balls are the talk of the town.
Jane, the mystery of the balls on the sand enters a new chapter. I just wanted to ask you, did you see any balls down there this morning?
No, we didn't see any balls. The water was nice.
Have you seen any balls on the beach this morning?
No, not yet.
You keep your eye and let me know if you see any balls, okay?
I will.
I personally haven't seen any balls out here on the beach.
So now there's a new mystery, the disappearing balls. Where have they all gone? Who knew?
Where have they gone?
I love Australia.
Bring them back.
Bulls.
There was 8 references to the word ball right there.
What game are we going to play, Peyton?
We're going to play Peyton's category. So it's a fun game that I like to play. I'm going to give you guys a category, and then we are going to go around the room rapid fire. Whoever gets the question or the category wrong is out, and we move on to the next round. But for this round of Peyton's categories, if you don't answer with a question or an answer that I know, then you're out. You're wrong. You got to get into my brain.
Okay.
It can be totally right.
26-year-old mind, you got to get there.
Okay.
All right, Melissa is our contestant. Hi, Melissa.
Hey, guys.
Do you need to hear the directions for Peyton's categories? Because I do. I need to hear them again.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Tell us how to play again.
We're going to go around rapid fire. I'm going to give you guys a category. You guys have to respond with the first thing that comes to your mind. If you repeat the category answer, then you're out. Or if you can't think of one, then you're out. And for these category questions, you have to get inside of my brain. So if I don't know what you're talking about, then you're wrong and you get out. Okay?
Okay.
All right. We're going to start with you, Johnjay, then Rich, then you, Kyle, and then you, Melissa. So anytime you hear Kyle's voice, you're right after her, okay?
Got it.
All right. Johnjay, starting with you. I have to know the answer or you are out, okay?
Okay.
Category is celebrity baby names. Go.
North.
Apple.
Chicago.
Yeah, you took apples.
No. That's the worst when you have something in your head and you got it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I feel for you.
I know. That's a good one. That's Gwyneth Paltrow.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to steal that from you.
You know, I was going to go, when it came back to me, I was going to go Moses. Do you know who Moses is?
Who's Moses?
But so you wouldn't have accepted that.
No.
Okay, that's Apple's brother.
Oh, I don't know Moses.
I know, that's
Apple.
why. So in my head, here's what happened. In my head, I went Moses, and then I was like, she's not going to know Moses is. I'm going to go with Saint. And I was like, I hope someone doesn't get Saint yet. But then Melissa screwed it up anyway.
That would have screwed me up because I was going to go Chicago, then Saint.
Oh, see, you guys know me and know that I love my Kardashians, so good job for you guys. But it's okay, Melissa. That was just like the prelim round, I guess. So we won't count that. That's all right.
Yay.
Okay, we're going to start with you, Johnjay, again, okay? The category is famous movie characters. Go.
Han Solo.
Indiana Jones.
Ace Ventura.
Batman.
Luke Skywalker.
Elle Woods.
The Joker.
Anchorman.
Robin.
The Riddler.
Kyle, I had faith in you.
That's so easy. That's such an easy, stupid one to get out on.
I know. Come on, Regina George.
I know.
Katie
No,
Harris.
I know. But I was going down superhero route because that's what we were doing, and I'm not a big superhero person, so I couldn't think of another one.
No, totally.
You know what? You just gave me an idea for a game. What if I get a picture right now?
Sure.
So what if the game is I give you a movie character name and you have to give me the name of another character in that movie?
That's
like
fun.
If I go real quick, Regina George.
Katie Heron.
All right, so you got to be real fast, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, there could be something like that.
That's fun. It's a fun game.
Just made up a
Johnjay.
game.
Good job. Yeah,
Are we
Melissa's like,
switching the
I'm down. I want to play. I'm here for it. But good job. It's okay. You guys actually kind of held your ground there for a little bit. But unfortunately, Kyle did get out. So we're going to start with you, Melissa, for this next round, okay?
Got it.
Okay. Also, reminder that these are things that are inside my brain as a 26-year-old. So the category is, Melissa, things you can't live without or things I can't live without. Go.
Your bae. Your man.
Yes, facts.
Pickles.
The steam mop.
Water.
Basketball.
THC-infused foods.
Affordable eyelashes.
Oh, that is a good one. Good blush.
Yes, I love blush.
Girls' nights out.
Hair weaves.
Morning caffeine.
Tequila.
Hold on.
Family.
Johnjay, I don't wear weaves.
I thought that's what you cut. I thought that's what you cut out of your hair.
Those are braids.
Those were braids. Those were box braids. A weave is like what Kyle gets. Is like a sew-in.
Oh, I thought it was the same thing, just different. It's so funny that you think it's funny. I don't know the difference.
But was he out?
Because you're just such a man. Like, of course you wouldn't know that.
Okay, hold on a second. The braids that you get put in and the hair Kyle gets put in, aren't they both sewed into your hair?
No.
How does your hair go in?
You braid it in.
And how does your hair go in?
You sew it in.
So now we have to define the difference between braiding and sewing.
It's very different. It's very different.
Not to me.
Extremely different.
Kyle's hair is real hair. My hair is like synthetic hair made out of plastic.
but it's a very different method of putting them in, too.
So
that's so funny.
If it's
I
a
think
hair
it's awesome. I think this is so awesome that I'm learning this and that it still makes no sense to me, but I'll accept it.
We need to put some braids into your hair and do some feed-in braids.
Like if you put braids on one side of my hair and you put Kyle's extension on the other side of hair, I don't know if I'd feel the difference.
Yes, you would.
I would? I don't know if it looks different, though. I'd be watching the person do it. No.
Yes, it does. You lose, Johnjay.
Yeah, Johnjay,
That's fine.
Johnjay's out. Melissa wins because we can't top that. Come on, that's so good. As long as Melissa didn't get out in this round, she is my winner for these tickets.
So you've never worn a weave before?
Oh, geez.
What's a weave?
I've never worn a weave.
What's a weave?
Is what Kyle has in her hair. It's like tracks of
But
hair.
when you call it hair
and you
extensions,
sew
that's
it
not
in.
the same, is it?
You can call it hair extensions,
Oh, okay.
too. It's just a different method of
Yes.
putting it in.
Yes, like where I grew up, like how I grew up, that's a weave. Kyle, those are extensions. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right, Melissa.
We're learning.
Melissa, you get Justin Timberlake tickets. Congratulations.
Oh, geez, really?
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
She's like, how?
You got
How
it.
did that happen?
You got it.
Listening to that whole hair debacle was worth it.
Yes. Yeah.
Hopefully it was for other people, too.
Like, where's my Justin Timberlake?
Hold on. Kyle, let's go to 3 things you need to know.
I'll tell you which franchise just dropped a release date for their 4th installment next with Johnjay and Rich.
Johnjay and Rich.
Call the show at 877-937-1047.
Text JJR, whatever you want to say, to 96893. This is Johnjay and Rich. I need a prayer, please. I'm on my 4th and last kid. I have 3 girls praying the last one is a boy. There you go. Done deal. It's a boy. Kyle, what are 3 things we need to know?
Sonic the Hedgehog 4 now has a release date. It will hit theaters March 19th of 2027. That seems so far away, but I guess it'll be here before we know it. The Sonic the Hedgehog 3 that just hit theaters actually became the highest grossing entry of the franchise. So they're hoping the 4th one will be even better. Hoping
Is
to grow
Jim
on.
Carrey in all of them?
Yeah,
Wow.
I believe so. I don't know if he was in the first one, but yeah.
Yep.
Trevor Noah, they announced he will host the Grammys again for a 5th straight year. The Grammys will go down February 2nd. The 67th annual Grammy Awards, they announced, will carry a new, renewed sense of purpose, raising additional funds to help support wildfire reliefs and honoring the bravery and dedication of our first responders who have risked their lives to protect those affected by the fires.
That's been a good show the last couple of years. Trevor Noah's done an awesome job.
Oh, has he? I
Yeah.
was going to ask because I feel like Nikki Glacier should do every award show
Well,
nowadays.
I don't
So I'm
fight
like,
you on that one, but
does
he's
he do that good of a job?
It's
really?
pretty good because he's in touch with the music. You know,
Okay.
he listens to it,
Yeah.
and I found those shows to be very entertaining.
He's a smooth host. I just can't think of Trevor Noah now since I'm watching Selling the City, and one of the girls dated him. So
Oh my gosh!
Really?
I haven't gotten that far.
Like, is he in it? Or
no,
they just talk about
They just talk about it.
I feel like they do that a lot on shows like on Selling Sunset. Did one of them date
Johnny Manziel was married to
Johnny
him.
Manziel and Nick Cannon?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
the same girl.
Yeah, they also bring up Michael B. Jordan in Selling the City,
Oh,
too.
do they?
Yeah. So that was a little tidbit fun thing to watch there. They did research to find out if introverts really do have less fun. And they said, yes, not only do they have less fun, but they're actually kind of putting their life in danger. That's a little dramatic, but listen, they say research suggests that introverts carve less pleasure out of life's daily joys. So the little things, if you're introverted, you're probably not going to receive as much joy out of them. Big, stressful life events are often associated with their daily hassles. So, like, they think the things that normally maybe, like, with an extrovert are just like, oh, this is like one of those annoying things that I have to do every day. For an introvert, it hits them harder, which could actually affect their health in the long run. So they say, if you are introverted, there is a huge importance on finding social support, even if it's not easy for you. Step outside of your comfort zone because people with high introversion actually may benefit from life's simple pleasures.
So I have to MC this event next week. Should I start off and I get up and say, first of all, I'm an introvert and I need your social support?
Yes. You could definitely.
That's how you win them over. Get them on your side.
I just read a whole thing that Oprah, would you think Oprah's an introvert or not an introvert?
I'm not sure. I mean, if you're in showbiz, you would think because she like talks to people daily on her job that she would be an extrovert, but a lot of people like that are not.
She's an introvert. She did a whole thing on being an introvert and the different levels of being an introvert, and I so related to her. It's
Really?
Oprah and I are the same.
That surprises me about her.
Don't claim that.
I wouldn't know. I don't know if I would necessarily claim that, Johnjay, but that's great. To each their own. And that's 3 things you need to know.
I consider myself an expert in sleep, and whenever somebody has a sleep issue, I want to help them. Richard?
Anybody here sleep with a sleep mask?
My daughter does.
She does?
Like one over your eyes?
So, you know how you go on TikTok and you look at all the healthy things? Like today, I've discovered how healthy blueberries are. I've been researching sleep things, and the sleep mask comes up a lot. When I go to bed, I just go to sleep. You know, I don't do anything extra, like turn off the TV or, watch all the, get rid of all the blue lights. But I keep on seeing about how sleep masks are great. So does anybody, does your daughter love it?
Yeah, and
why did you switch her to one?
I slept with a sleep mask before when I took her on her Girl Scout overnight trip thing on the weekend, and I did it because I remembered the first time I went there were no window coverings, so in the morning it got really bright, really super early.
Does it block stuff
and
out?
It blocks all of it out.
And you don't feel like, well, I'm blind, I can't see anything in case there's an emergency. I know you just whip it off, but just having something on it doesn't make you feel claustrophobic or anything?
No. I don't wear them because they smash my eyelashes, and that's uncomfortable.
Okay, that makes sense.
My wife wears them. She loves it. I have them, but it doesn't fit over my CPAP machine. Hey, Renee texted real quick. Renee, what was your text?
Hi. I have an appointment today. I'm about to see the sex of my 4th child, and my 3 previous kids are all girls.
Oh, so yeah, we read your text on the air. You need a prayer. You're looking for a boy.
Yes.
There you go.
Please.
Will you call us tomorrow and let us know what you're having?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right. Good luck, and thank you for listening.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You got it. I can't imagine having 3 girls.
Girls are great.
Sisters are
so
awesome.
much fun.
I've got 3 sisters, so we were 4 girls.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.